Hey.
Hello.
So what'd you think?
I don't have much of an opinion on this.
There is no midnight screening tonight.
None.
Nothing new came to Springfield. There was gonna be something new coming to Springfield. But apparently the Pyramid's not very good. Which means I guess it's so bad even for Springfield.
I was gonna say, like, apparently this movie's so bad that Springfield won't pick it up. We got Saving Christmas.
Oh,
We got
extended for 2 extra weeks.
Extended for a couple of extra weeks.
It's still playing. We could have gone and just seen that again.
No, I'm good.
It's still playing. This movie that advertised itself as a limited 2-week engagement has been playing for 2 extra weeks. Which, granted, it has made money. I mean, it's made $2 million, which, having seen that movie, has to mean it has a $2 million profit.
Oh, yeah.
Right now.
Oh, God, absolutely.
I don't know how much that movie cost to make, but it was most certainly not $2 million fucking dollars.
There's no way.
There's no way. I really want to see how much that movie cost to make, because
$30.
if we had given the equipment that we have now with Ryan, and let's say like Ryan is directing like a shot-for-shot remake of that movie, it'd look exactly the same.
Oh, yeah.
For like
Easily.
16 grand, it would look exactly the fucking same. So we were the only movie that was set to come out like nationwide, because I know like movies like Wild and a couple other things like that are like in limited releases. Typically something like that won't come to Springfield if it's starting out in a limited release. Like, I was amazed we got Snowpiercer when we did. I wasn't amazed when we got, like, you know, Saving Christmas and whatnot, which was only released in like 400 some theaters, but I knew Springfield would be one of them.
Yeah.
So The Pyramid was supposed to come out, which is a movie that I have still not seen a fucking trailer for.
I have.
You have. In front of As Above, So Below. So quality aside, that makes sense.
Yeah, boy, it sure does. And it looked really dumb. Like, even for a found footage horror movie, it looked really dumb.
I've not seen any TV spots for it. I've seen a poster, but I've not seen any TV spots, any, like, ads on any websites or anything like that. Just nothing. So I saw, like, okay, I guess The Pyramid's coming out this weekend. And from what I'm told, it started out it was supposed to be a wide release movie, and then was scaled down to, like, 500 screens, because, like, I don't know about this, boys. Let's just throw it out into, like, 500 theaters. Sure. Why the fuck not? Should we send it to Springfield? What, Jesus Town?
Nah, they won't give the majesty that is The Pyramid.
So we've got nothing. This is a video of us talking about nothing. This is jack shit. This is all tangents. You know the videos we've done before that are like tangents and review? You know, like Guardians of the Galaxy, Big Hero 6, Captain America 2, things like that. No, this is all tangents. I said to Jake, because we've been shooting the reviewers for the past couple of days, so I said to Jake, I'm like, do you want to do a midnight screening video on nothing?
Absolutely, I do. Absolutely, I do. I mean, I'm at a little loss for what the fuck to talk about, because...
Well, what have you been up to lately?
Oh, well, you know, just... not much.
The end. Commercial break.
All done.
I've got the Red Lobster stomach ache.
Yeah.
I owed Sarah dinner because that was how I got her to watch Dumb and Dumber. I was like, I'll get you dinner. No, wait, what I said was, if you don't like it, I'll get you dinner. But then, like, when the day hit, I was like, I don't want this to be like she's laughing all the way through and then be like, I didn't like it, you owe me dinner. So then I text her and was like, tell you what, I'll get you dinner regardless.
Don't you try to fuck me.
And we called up Jillian. We're like, can we borrow the car for, like, I don't know, like a half hour? However long we fucking roll on it. Can we borrow the car for like a half hour? She's like, yeah, sure, if I'm awake. She's awake, probably because I found this empty can in her car. She took my last Surge, which... good, I don't need any more Surge.
No, you really don't. I had the jitters after the freaking can that I had that you gave me from when I saw something.
What's a... I gave you a can to go see Kirk Cameron.
Yeah, that was for Kirk Cameron. Yeah.
Yeah, I snuck one into Hunger Games.
Surge.
And I thought I was going to get like a stomach ache from it. I kind of did, because I do drink soda, but stuff that will make it quite as jittery as like a surge. Like, I don't drink energy drinks.
Oh, no.
It isn't so much that I'm like, energy drink, ew, I hate the fucking taste. Some of them I do, but most of them I could kind of take or leave. But since I don't do energy drinks all that often, whenever I do, it gives me a wicked fucking stomach ache. So I was kind of wondering if that'd be the same case with Surge, even though it's a soda. But no, after, especially mixed in with a large popcorn at the movie theater. I have a rule: when the movie's over 2 hours, I get a large popcorn. And Hunger Games was 2 hours and like 3 minutes. Bam! Daddy's eating like a beast tonight with my Surge in the very back row of Hunger Games. In the very back row, this theater full of chatterboxes. Not talking vaginas, but just teenage girls just yammering back and forth, just random conversations we kept hearing around us. And
I didn't know that another name for a vagina was a chatterbox.
I swear I've told you about that movie. No. Chatterbox? The movie about the woman who has a talking vagina? I never told you about Chatterbox? Really? That's one of the dumbest fucking movies I've ever fucking sat through.
No, you've never told me about Chatterbox.
Dude, I did a snob episode on that. I've got the laser disc at home. That fucking movie. Great title. It's about a woman. It's Charlotte Railson. I want to say 76, maybe somewhere around there, 76, 77. She plays a woman who finds out she's got a talking vagina. You would hate this movie. It speaks in a lot of puns.
Oh,
like,
man.
She goes like, "Hey, look at me. I'm down here. I'm your own personal chatterbox." What are you doing down there? It's that for like 90 minutes, man. And when I was 5 minutes into this fucking movie, I sat there watching it, and I was watching it on, because this was at the old apartment with me and Jillian, and I was watching it like on the computer, and the way our old apartment was set up, it was like TV room and computer and all that was basically the same room. So Jillian would be sitting there watching TV, I'd be on the desktop like watching some movie. So I've got the headphones on, I'm watching this fucking movie, Chatterbox, just sitting there like... Do you know those movies that, I'm sure you do, it's a silly question, but a movie that just, it makes you feel dumber watching it.
Oh, yeah.
It was this, 5 minutes into this, I'm just not having any of this movie, because it's within the first few minutes that the thing starts talking, and I'm just sitting there like this whole time, like, it's gonna be this for 90 minutes, oh my god, I hate this so much, and it ends up becoming a celebrity. The talking vagina becomes a celebrity, so the woman's like doing stage shows, and there's a microphone like pointed right at her crotch, and singing songs like cock-a-doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle-doo, like, and they're like, she's a fan of her cock-a-doodle-doo, and like it's like this is like a 5-minute dance number, and she can't live with like the celebrity of becoming like famous for a talking vagina, but I think at the end she meets someone with a talking dick. I can't. The movie was a remake. It's a remake. It's a remake of a movie called Pussy Talk. That's a French movie from the early 70s.
I've heard of that.
And as I saw Chatterbox first, and to my knowledge, that was like the only talking vagina movie. Little did I know there's 4. So I find out about Pussy Talk, and I load up Pussy Talk. I'm like, this is gonna suck. I didn't like Chatterbox. I actually really liked Pussy Talk. It's like, this one's not bad. It's actually kind of like avant-garde and erotic and kind of sleazy and shit. Like, I kind of liked that one. And then there was another one. It's a porn called Angel Above, Devil Below, where the woman's like possessed by Satan and her vagina can talk. They've surprisingly got a lot of fucking mileage out of this fucking plotline.
Wow! I didn't know there were so many movies about talking.
I can't believe I never told you about Chatterbox. Like, between there's... If I put, like, a top 5 of just the hardest movies to sit through, or top 10, that would be in the top 10. Chatterbox, and, like, around that time, there was, like, Superman, the musical, that was hard to sit through. Oh, but lately, you've been playing any games lately?
The only thing that I've been playing is I finally beat Mass Effect, the trilogy.
Oh, okay.
Starting my character from the Mass Effect 1 all the way to 3.
What'd you think of the ending?
I was happy with it.
I mean, I knew when that ending came out and people were shitting a brick.
A lot of people were shitting a brick over it. I guess it's because no matter what decision you make, you end up sacrificing your Shepard.
Okay. So they're mad that people died at the end? That he died at the end?
I think they were upset because their character died at the end. Me personally, like playing it all the way through, like as soon as you begin playing Mass Effect 3,
Yeah.
which is a phenomenal game.
Yeah.
But the second you start playing Mass Effect 3, it is foreshadowing the hell out of what's about to happen to you. Like within 15 minutes, like, okay, yeah, so I'm gonna die. I like my Shepard's dead. I understand this. I don't care. So me personally, I was quite happy with the ending. Like, the only natural conclusion for that game series was to kill Shepard. It just makes the most logical sense for me. So I kind of I knew that's what was happening, and I made my decision. I was happy with my decision. I enjoyed the ending of the game, and then I started up playing it on Insanity.
Yeah. Oh, right on. Yeah, like I kind of read about what the end, because I played the first game and I thought it was fine. It's just not my kind of game really, so I didn't really keep playing it. But I certainly, if you like that kind of game, dear God, do I get the appeal of that game. I really do. But when I was kind of reading about the end of the third one, nothing about it pissed me off. But I mean, granted, I didn't play all three of them, so you know, I mean, it didn't. But I was also in my head going like, I grew up in the era of congratulations, you just completed a great game.
I know, and they're bitching about this multi-million-dollar cinematic. The game is beautiful. It's very pretty. Like, the ending, all hell is breaking loose. There's a galactic fight. They're showing you the fight. It's big. It's huge. It's not congratulations. You have completed a very great game.
Now go arrest
our heroes. Prove the justice of our culture.
Well, I remember, like, you mentioning, like, you know, your Shepard dies at the end and stuff like that, and there's been a few times where I've played all the way through Red Dead Redemption, which, of course, ends with John Marston dying at the end. And the only thing I don't like about that, of him dying at the end of that game, story-wise, okay, yeah, it's a spaghetti western.
Yeah.
It's bleak. It's bleak. Like, if this is a movie and that happens, I get it, you know. And you can't be surprised when something kind of dark and fucked up happens at the end of that kind of gritty-ass western. The thing was like, the only reason why John dies at the end of that is because he dies in a cutscene. And when the ending happened, I was kind of sitting there like, man, throughout this game, I've been in far worse situations than I've gotten myself out of.
And I'm out of this. Come on, John.
John, man, if only I could play this
just for a little bit longer. I know you fade to black. Just give me a little bit longer. Like when I played it.
Save you.
When I played it, I had half of those motherfuckers dead.
Yeah.
Before it started doing the fade to black, it's like,
Me
no,
too.
You're never taking me alive.
I did too.
And then it faded to black. It's like, well, all right.
Damn it.
You took me.
Damn it. Well, don't worry.
Bitch.
He comes back as a zombie later, so it's fine. He totally, just comes back as a zombie. I love him so much. Like, never in all my years, as he says about zombies. You're going crazy. He ties up his zombie wife and child. I love his wife. I love that part in Red Dead where they're driving away and she's like jealous of the McFarlane lady, and she's trying to read like a letter or something like that, and then just all of a sudden, dang it, John, you know I can't read. So she's illiterate. Okay. She was spunky though. I like Mrs. Marston.
Me too. She did have a lot of spunk.
I've been playing through Grand Theft Auto 4 again because I got it at Black Friday. Well, I had it for the 360. I had it for the Xbox 360, but the 360 was Jillian, so when Jillian moved, the 360 was hers, the PS3 was mine. And the first time I played Grand Theft Auto 4, I wasn't really that big into it, really. Only because I've loved most of those games, but that one, I'm sitting there like, fuck, I'm just trying to make a right turn. Stop spinning around like a fucking donut. Why does it feel like I'm driving on ice? And the checkpoints sucked, and like, story-wise, man, I couldn't really get into it. So I'm at Black Thursday, technically, because I went on Thursday night before going to see Penguins. I go to Best Buy, and then there's their bin of shit that just marked down, so I get like 5 games for like $60 or something like that. Grand Theft Auto 4 is one of them. Like, all right, I need to rebuy it again. Maybe I'll like it better on the PS3, which I like the PS3 better anyway. So yeah, I'm actually getting a lot farther this time. I'm actually most of the way through it right now, but I am really kind of just playing it just to get to the end.
Yeah, you've already gone a lot further than I did.
I'm pretty far in.
I stopped playing it after like the introduction to the characters.
Hey, Nico, it's a cousin Roman. Hey, no. Long time, cousin, long time. Let's go bowling, Nico. Let's go bowling.
No. We
go play some darts, Nico.
They're silent on this fucking phone.
We go play some darts, yes? Yes? We go play darts. Pick me up.
I'm going to kill you.
No, Roman.
I don't
Damn it.
want to do any of those things, Roman. Shut
Jesus
up and
Christ.
quit blowing up my phone.
It isn't just him, it's everybody in that game blows up your
damn
phone.
it.
I actually think Roman's one of the better characters in the game, because at least he is a character. Nico, I find that character just so fucking bland. Like, I really don't care. Like, Nico could die at the end of that fucking game, and I would be like, whatever, I don't care. Like, I don't want him to die when I'm playing it, because that means I have to start the level over again, which sucks, because that game has shit for fucking checkpoints. Jesus Christ, that's another thing. Like, I've enjoyed it better on the PS3. I honestly really have. I've found the driving a lot better. There are some parts in the story that are fine when it starts, especially when it starts getting into like the cop stuff later on. But I use taxi cabs so much in that fucking game because it starts you off at the very fucking beginning whenever you die. Like, fuck, I'm not driving back to this goddamn location. I will hail a fucking cab.
Yeah.
I don't care how much it costs, I'm hailing a goddamn fucking cab.
Yep.
I'm hailing a fucking cab, and except for the levels where you have 3 people with you and you need a fucking 4-seater car. So, of course, I gotta start back over and pick those dumbasses up again, listen to them yammer again for 10 minutes as I make it to the location that's under the bridge, which means I have to take a long way around to get under the bridge, because it's the one bridge that you can't fucking drive off of in the fucking thing.
That's bullshit.
Bullshit, man.
Yeah, other than, like, I got done with Mass Effect. I'll probably play it again on the hardest difficulty just because I like
Mass Effect?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because I like the game, but more importantly, like, the fighting's a lot of fun. Like, when shit gets bad, it's fun.
Didn't you say you're going to play it again as in, like, nice guy?
Yeah,
like
because, my first Shepard, his name is Dick Shepard, and I was a raging dickhead throughout the entire galaxy. I did the Renegade.
Mine was Crab Shepard.
He's so crabby. My next one's going to be Paladin Shepard, and that's going to be the all good guy. Because that's the easiest way for me to play those games, just to be the good guy. Because usually in games like that, where you have the positive and negative spectrum thing, usually you gain the most benefit, for lack of a better word, when you're the good guy, because that's usually like, save the civilians. Crap. Fine, but more shit.
Yeah.
So my Dick Shepard, I've fucked over so many people. A lot. The galaxy was actually pretty mad at me by the time the game was ready to go, but
when I played through Grand Theft Auto 5 again, I decided to play through it as a killer.
I'm sure that was a stretch. Yeah, now that I got done with Mass Effect, now I'll be playing it on the hardest difficulty just for shits and giggles, for battles every now and again, but probably because I play so much space shit, I'll probably be getting back into
Space Lancering.
Heh. Probably get into playing Civilization again, just because I like that game.
I've never played Civilization.
I love Civ. I love it so much. But I'm really big into strategy.
Oh, okay. That's
what
probably
it
why I
is.
haven't played
It's
it.
a strategy game. And then XCOM is probably what I'm going to start up next. I fucking love that game.
I'll be doing the rest of the games that I bought.
You'll have fun with Injustice. Injustice
Yeah,
is fun.
yeah, I played a little bit of that. I got Saints Row 4 for like
I'm on
$10.
You're on Saints Row, Trig. Saints Row is so much fun. That game is so goddamn ridiculous.
And it's taken me this long to actually get to, which honestly is the case for a lot of games. It's really only like the Rockstar games that I play like midnight launch when they come out.
Yeah.
Other games like the Arkham games, Injustice, and now with like Saints Row 4, it's taken me this long to actually get to them. But I set aside like a few weekends out of like the year and stuff like that to get to shit. Although my mom's when I went over to get the truck earlier from my mom's place, her partner's nephew was there, and I mentioned, they were like, "What have you been doing today?" I'm like, "Oh, I was playing through Grand Theft Auto," and he was like, "Oh yeah, your mom said something about that the other day. She said you're playing through like Grand Theft Auto 4," and I was like, "You mean 5?" So my mom would have been like, "No, 4." So probably in his head, like, "Wow, welcome to 6 years ago, ass."
You guys tried out this new Grand Theft Auto 4? Wicked.
Oh, fucking cell phone the game. Jesus fucking Christ. So he eventually, but I don't play a lot of the strategy games or anything like that, but I've got, there was one that I got for $5 that was one of the sniper games. And never played it, really never seen any gameplay from it, but I'm like, I like sniper levels in other games. This one's called
Why not
Sniper.
an entire game about it?
Sure. I like Silent Scope from the arcade. Remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Silent Scope was awesome.
I do remember Silent Scope. I like Silent Scope. You're probably not going to like that sniper game.
Yeah, Brian was like, I don't know much about this, and looked it up on his phone, and like, well, here's the average score for it, like a 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10? I've played much worse than that.
I have played far worse than that.
That's way better than Rambo the video game.
It's also way better than whatever hunting game involved moose on the loose.
Field and Stream?
Was that Field and
or Field and Stream?
Was that Field and Stream or Cabela?
No, it wasn't Cabela. It was a cheap knockoff.
It was Field and Stream.
It was Field and Stream that had moose on the loose.
That game had me so mad.
You cannot shoot.
Hold on there. You cannot shoot a moose when it's hiding behind grass.
Sorry, God, or whoever's
What?
talking to me right now.
Wait, what? Since when is that a rule that you can't shoot? You understand how big moose are, right? Like they can't hide behind a blade of grass very well. They're gigantic creatures. What the fuck do you mean I can't shoot one?
You cannot shoot a grouse when hiding in a tree stump. What? Them's the rules.
Dim's the rule.
And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, well, I've never been hunting before, so for all I know, that's a thing.
No, it's not a thing. There's not some kind of governing rule, like, as a hunter, we all sit down and like, all right, everybody, golden rule number 1. When you see the moose, make sure there is no grass near it.
I was just playing fair, all right?
All right? We are not cold-blooded murderers.
This is only playing fair. Now we gotta it's like giving the moose a head start, okay? Like in the movie Surviving the Game. They just didn't shoot iced tea at the dinner table.
They should have.
They gave him a running start first. But yeah, so, like, okay, well, like, I can deal with, like, a 4.0 rating, I say, before I've ever actually played it.
No, let's see what happens.
Yeah, it'll probably be a year before I get to that. The way that I am with taking weekends out to play some games. Hell, most of the past year has just been me just playing through Grand Theft Auto 5 again. Mm-hmm. So now they have, what is it in the PC version now, where it's, like, first person?
Oh, it's, apparently, it's all first person now, like on the consoles and whatnot. It's Grand Theft Auto 5's first person now.
Yeah.
I've heard good things about it.
Right on.
A
That's
lot of
cool.
people seem to like it. I don't.
I'll check it out of curiosity. Anytime that I've ever accidentally switched it over on first person whenever you're driving on any of the other games, I get a little nauseous.
You're probably not going to like that.
Yeah, like a little bit. Speaking of hearing things that are good, apparently Paddington is supposed to be really good.
Surprising, because the trailer was not very flattering.
I guess it's happened before. I mean, I remember when we really weren't looking forward to Frozen, and we liked that.
We like Frozen. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Trailers oftentimes are very misleading, but when you don't have much information about it, that's
Other
all
than
you
a
can
bear
really get.
cleaning wax out of his ears.
This is all that you are providing me of the movie. I have to make my snap judgment based on what you provided. What you provided in the review, no.
I mean, I'm glad that it's supposed to be good, because
Yeah.
we'll be there in January.
Yeah, we're
to
going to
see-
be there regardless. Might as well see a good one.
I got a message from Film Brain earlier that said, just to let you know, not nearly as bad as the trailers made it look. And then on Rotten, he linked to Rotten Tomatoes, where it's at like a 96 right now. Holy crap.
All right.
Right on. Sweet. Well, it threw me off because here in the States, they pushed it back to January. I don't know why, but they pushed it. They could have gotten Pyramid's old time slot. We don't have that Pyramid movie ready. Let's put Paddington in there.
Now I kind of want to see Pyramid.
Now I want to see Paddington. And I do kind of want to see Pyramid, I guess, just out of curiosity.
You want to see Pyramid. You know you do.
Yeah, out of curiosity, I kind of do.
Every single time we say that, like, I want to see it out of curiosity, it always ends poorly.
Oh, yeah. Especially
really
when it's one of
does.
the religious movies.
Oh, well, all right. Now, hold on. Let's just give this the benefit of the fuck. That was bad.
I was, like I said, like when you guys were at Saving Christmas, I was like, did like a little bubble appear over your head that was like me inside of it that was like, maybe it'll get better.
Hold on. Now, maybe it will get better. This thing is not going to get any better, dude.
I liked hearing about from between when Dave and I saw it and then the last people who saw it, Brian and Sarah, hearing about how much smaller the audience was as those days went on, because Brian and Sarah, I think, had like 4 other people in there and like one person walked out.
Done. This is stupid.
I have a feeling there's going to be no Saving Christmas in this movie. I'm done.
There wasn't any.
I'm out.
I'm out.
I'm fucking out. We did get the trailer for, do you remember, do you remember seeing the trailer for the, found footage movie about time travel? It was called Welcome to Tomorrow. Oh, you never got that? Well, I got the trailer for that like a year ago, like over a year ago. And then I was like, whatever happened to that Welcome to Tomorrow movie? Whatever, it looked like shit. And then, in front of something Sarah and I were at, it might have been Hunger Games, we got the trailer for that. Only it's called something else now.
What's it called now?
Project Almanac. It's about a group of dumb motherfuckers, like high school students, I think, who somehow discover time travel. I don't know. I'm sure the movie explains it, but it's a found footage movie.
So wait a sec. Are they bros? Do the bros travel back?
Bro!
Dude, check it out, bro. Found this watch, bro.
We're gonna go back in time and win the fucking lottery, bro.
Whoa, bro! Come on, bro!
That's actually what happens in the trailer. They go back in time to win the lottery, yet they're still filming it like a found footage movie, because, you know, that's legal what they're doing. Taking time travel out of the equation. They're only filming this in the trailer because it's a found footage. It's this thing with found footage movies where it's like, you know, we could just remake, like, the same movie, but if we make it found footage, it'll be like this movie hasn't been made 12 times before. Because it's seriously like the fucking butterfly effect. It's like the butterfly effect, because something they do in the past fucks shit up.
Yeah.
And they have to go back and, oh my god. So, yeah, like, but it's found footage, so it's new.
My favorite thing about any of that was always the Simpsons episode. The Halloween one where Homer starts traveling back in time and fucking shit up. And like when he first gets back there, he goes, all right, Homer, now think about the advice that your father gave you on your wedding day. Homer, if you ever travel back in time, don't touch anything. Even the slightest mistake could have drastic consequences. That was his wedding day advice.
Isn't that where it ends where they all have like lizard tongues? Yeah. And he's like, close enough.
Homer, you're still not in your time. I can get you back, but This is indeed a most disturbing universe.
Like how FXX is now the Simpsons network, except for like the 2 days where it shows Raising Hope instead.
I like Raising Hope.
I like Raising Hope. It took some getting... I've seen a handful. The episodes I saw have been fine, but I've seen a few episodes. It took such getting used to seeing Garrett Dillahunt play the grandpa or the dad, not the young dad, but like his
Hope's grandfather.
Yes, it took so much getting used to. I mean, he's great. He's absolutely great in it.
He's a blast.
But everything that I've seen him in before then, he's either a rapist, a murderer, or a murdering rapist. Whether it's Deadwood, where he's in season 1 as the guy who murders Wild Bill, and then comes back in season 2 as a different character, just the same actor, just different character, to play a serial killer in Deadwood, which that's saying something. If you are so bad in Deadwood, you have to be classified as a serial killer. And then remake of Last House on the Left, where he was Krug and was amazing. I actually really like that remake. I actually like that remake quite a bit. Largely because of him. He's fantastic in that fucking movie. So he's fucking rapist Krug in that movie, and then, he's fun-loving grandpa. He's fucking crazy. Like, wow, hang on a sec. Just give me a breather for a second. This is causing some whiplash here. This is like, I don't know, this is like remaking The Life of Riley with Jackie Earle Haley. Like, this is gonna take some getting used to. But no, he's fantastic on there.
He is. He really is. I really like that show.
They also
very
show
funny to me because their dysfunctionality reminds me an awful lot of kind of what it was like, only with more booze and a lot more yelling.
Oh, okay.
But that type of poorness, I suppose, that they live in was very similar to how I grew up. And and a lot of the shit that they interact, like the way that they see the world, because they're broke as hell. Mm-hmm. Is very similar to, only my childhood wasn't filled with nearly as many hilarious hijinks. I mean, there was hijinks, don't get me wrong. Like the time I lit off a bunch of firecrackers in my parents' room. You know what made that even funnier? My dad has PTSD.
Dude. You should have been playing like All Along the Watchtower.
One chases rabbits. Pow, 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 pow. Look out, Dad! Here comes Charlie! Get down!
Someone's born! Man, the wave to fly!
Ooh, that red, white, and blue! Here comes Charlie! Here comes Charlie!
If Vietnam movies have taught me anything, it's that there were speakers all throughout the jungle that was constantly
and they were playing some sweet-ass tunes.
Yes, they were playing a fantastic soundtrack.
Hell yeah! I would have went to the Vietnam War just for the
soundtrack alone.
Oh, hell yeah! Mm-hmm. Pretty sure that's how it was.
It's like Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. You might regret it. The soundtrack's fantastic.
It is. It is a really good soundtrack.
Mm-hmm. Oh shit! Did we talk this thing to the end? Final thoughts.
Final thoughts on what? we talked about nothing.
We talked about everything, man.
Dude, I don't know.
Found footage movies. We didn't even get to Earth to Echo.
We already did Earth to Echo. What more is there to do?
Earth to Echo review part 2. Other people go see it. Sure, the most forgettable movie I've seen this year. We talked about video games. We talked about Raising Hope, The Simpsons. We got a lot of stuff. I feel this session has been very good for us. We got so much out in the open.
The viewers now know us a little bit more as
yes, they
people.
do. Mm-hmm.
And that's important.
As people. And not people who just talk about movies they've seen in their car. Now we're people who talk about nothing.
Talk about nothing inside of our car.
It's still cold outside.
It is still 19 degrees outside.
We're seriously doing this for nothing.
We did not see a movie. We're doing this for no fucking reason.
And I hope you enjoyed it. Next week is Exodus and Top 5, I believe. So, we'll see you then, ladies and gentlemen. Bye.
Toodles.